Hi, I'm Lori at Evergreen Pilates, and today we're going to be using the foam roller to help us with our mobility. So in order to have stable and strong joints and strong muscles, we really need to focus on our alignment. And improving our alignment means focusing on our mobility. The foam roller I'm going to use today is a soft roller. It's 3 feet long by 6 inches in diameter. You can use a harder foam roller or firmer one if you prefer, and if you don't have a roller, I highly recommend that you invest in one. So to begin with, because most mobility in the shoulder girdle starts at your thoracic, which would be your upper back and your hips, we're going to place the roller right behind the back of the rib cage. So just lower yourself down onto your roller, kind of at the base of your shoulder blades. And then bend your knees, put your feet on the mat. You can hold your head if that is comfortable for your neck, but do make sure that you're not squashing your chin to your chest so you can breathe freely and your neck is at ease. So the first move we're going to have us do is just a pelvic tilt. So start by curling your tailbone towards your belly button and then uncurling and rolling toward your heels. So as you curl your tailbone towards your belly and it tucks your pelvis under and rounds your back, that's a posterior tilt of the pelvis. And then as you uncurl and arch your low back, that's called an anterior tilt. So what we want to find is a place that's between those two extremes, and that's what we refer to as a neutral pelvis. And usually we get stuck in one or two of these throughout our day. So something that helps me to know if I'm in the right place, that neutral pelvis, is can you feel your low abs working, right? Like you've zipped up a pair of pants. So see if you can feel that. The other thing we're going to feel is that we've firmed up our abdominals and that we're drawing the front of the rib cage in. Because when we're in that big anterior tilt, the ribs are going to flare and the low back's going to really feel tight and icky. And then opposite, when we're really tucking under, it's going to feel like we're really compressed and we're short and the upper back has no strength or support whatsoever. So find your neutral pelvis, and then from there, let's go ahead and start by picking up the hips, standing down into your feet, and just do that a couple times. I want you to feel that you've got the strength of your glutes beneath you, so that when you're coming up, you're not arching your back, but again, holding that neutral pelvis. And once you've done that, you're up with your hips, go ahead and just roll across your roller a little bit. So we want to trolley across the back of the rib cage, across the back of the shoulders, and notice the space right between your shoulder blades kind of opening up a bit so that those muscles right between your shoulder blades are getting a little bit of a massage here. This should be comfortable. Sometimes people wonder, should they have their elbows out or have their elbows up? I think it's important to explore both of these positions and feel how it changes your comfort level in your neck and your shoulders. And also, are you able to still pull your ribs in and keep that neutral pelvic alignment? Okay, once you've done that, set your hips down and then make sure you're behind under those blades. Lengthen out your legs. We're gonna do a little baby back bend over the roller. So on your inhale, gently arch back over your roller. Lengthen your waist, and then as you exhale, hug your ribs in, draw your belly in so you really feel your core tighten. And then again, inhale, lengthen back, keeping your belly pulling in. Exhale to bring it back up. Let's go for one more. So by improving the extension of our upper back, that thoracic spine, it's going to benefit our shoulder girdle. So if we're getting into shoulder restrictions and such, this can really help tame that. Now, when you come back here, let's go ahead and do a little side bend, side to side. So aim your elbow toward the side of your roller and feel your ribs open on the opposite side, and then come back and do the other one. So as you side stretch side to side, nothing's happening with the neck. We're literally stretching out from the underarm all the way down the ribs to your hip and back. And that should feel pretty nice. And then the last thing we'll do here is a little rotation. So roll to the side of one rib cage. So you'll be rolling across your lat muscles here. You might feel that if they're tight, and then just check everything. Check that your head is held, your neck is neutral and easy. You can still feel your core working. And then after you're even, go ahead and come back to the center and use your arms to press yourself up and off the roller. Okay, good job with that. Now, turn your roller lengthwise. We want to be able to have our head and hips on the roller, so it's important to sit on the very edge of your roller so that when you lie down, your head actually lands on the roller. Guide yourself down onto your back and situate yourself so that you can feel your spine dropping right onto the center, like the center of your sacrum, right between your shoulder blades, and then feel the back of your head, and you'll just be looking straight up into the ceiling. Once you get here, roll side to side across your hips in that neutral pelvis. So we feel zipped up in the abdominals, hugged in through the ribs, and pulling navel to spine. You can press down through your arms and stand down through your feet. That has a sensation of kind of ironing, like you're ironing out a tablecloth, kind of smoothing it with your hand. Okay, come on back to the center now and stay stable. And take your arms and float them up to the ceiling. Imagine your arms are just like puppet arms. And when you're here, your hands are about over your shoulders, not over your head. So make sure they're not too high over you. And then from here, just reach your arms up towards the ceiling and feel your shoulder blades go really wide. This is called shoulder protraction. And then sink your arms down and retract your shoulder blades to the roller so they kind of hug into it. Let's do one more of those. Reaching up, feel the stretch across your blades or between your blades, and then draw them back down into that more retracted position. Now from here, rotate your palms toward your face so that your arms are rotating externally. And feel what happens here versus when you rotate your palms away from you towards your knees and then out away, and this would be an internal rotation. So the one here, it feels like a lot of neck, and then, to me it does anyways, see what you think. And then when we rotate externally, see if you start to feel the muscles under your arms, your triceps, and along the back of your shoulders and rib cage, okay? Now with your arms up and relaxed, let's scissor one up by your ear and one down by your hip. So you're reaching through your thumb, your top thumb, behind you, and it does not have to touch the mat by any means at all. And then come back up, pass through the center, and switch. So that you feel a nice stretch across the side of your body as your arm raises up. And feel how you can keep your arms very straight here, that your rib cage can stay on the roller, that we're not shifting side to side, we're really stable in the core, and then come back up. So now what we're going to do is turn the palms to face your knees, turn your arms, and then bend your elbows and allow them to come down, maybe level with your shoulders. See how you feel. It's not necessary to go past that. Go where it's comfortable and you have a good stretch and you're stable, and then come back up. Let's do that again. As you bend your elbows, those shoulder blades are going to want to retract a lot, and it should feel like a stretch through the front of your chest and shoulders. Now on the next one, let's go down into that goalpost shape and pause here. And then imagine your arms almost like Allen wrenches, and that you're going to rotate your arm back, okay, so that it's like a gate falling down, and then come back to the goalpost. So this is all about feeling your upper arm externally rotating at your shoulder and back up. And by the way, if this is not supportive enough on the roller, you can be on the floor, you can lie on a mat, no roller, and do this. Now with the hands back, let's go ahead and slide the elbows in and really squeeze tightly under the back of your upper arm and shoulder, right between your ribs and shoulders, like you're going to squeeze pillows under your arms, and then back out. So it's like a little snow angel with your elbows bent. And as we do this, not only do we feel those shoulder blades retract, but see if you feel them kind of funneling downward toward your spine, almost like into a V shape down the center of your back. Okay, so now the blades are rotating down and in at the same time. We should be feeling a good, strong connection to the muscles of our back, mid-back muscles, and then meanwhile, we notice that we're still drawing the core and the ribs in. Okay, On this last one, let's go ahead and release that. Bring your arms down and just gently roll a little bit side to side here. See how you feel. And then we're going to roll off to the side and bring yourself all the way up to a seated position and see how you feel. So that was just a little bit of shoulder mobility work, and stay tuned for our next video. We'll do some hip mobility as well. Thanks for watching. See you next time.